Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Loving Little Learners. This video is to share the tool that I use to create my lesson plans. So I use a tool called Common Curriculum, which is a website that it has tons of features integrated within. The features include standards trackers, collaborators, modular lesson plans, templates, classroom websites, so much more. And using Common Curriculum has really changed my life because I had been using Word templates, other websites in the past, and nothing really worked out for me. It was really complicated, and I felt like I had to put a lot into my lesson plans each week. Common Curriculum really helps you stay organized, lets you plan ahead. You can plan as a day, a week, a unit, a month. And it's also all virtual, so you can link your lessons, you can have live links embedded within, you can collaborate with other teachers in your grade level or at your school, and it's really easy to go ahead and share your lesson plans with your teacher or with your principal. So no more big teacher planners. You can access these on your phone, you can access them on your computer, on your iPad, no matter where you are. So tons of great features to use. And I'm going to go ahead and show you how I use Common Curriculum for my lesson plans. And I'm pretty sure you guys are going to love it. And then I'm going to show you guys how you can create your own lesson plans. I also have a promotional code that will give you guys 60 days free on the Common Curriculum Pro version, or you guys can go ahead and decide to just move forward with the free version, which is also great. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys and share those things, and hopefully you guys fall in love with Common Curriculum just like I did.
Hi guys, so this is what my Common Curriculum homepage looks like, and you'll see a couple of different things here on the homepage. You can access all of your plan books here that you have created for the year 2020, 2021. I have my emergency sub plans, which are really cool. And then I also have my main lesson plans that I'm going to go ahead and show you. You can also create a new plan book from this homepage. And you can also look back onto your previous plan book. So if I go to last year, I can see all of my lesson plans that I had last year. And then I can go back into my lesson plans for 2020, 21. I can even plan ahead into next year if I'd like. So that's a really cool feature, just to be reflective and look back on the past, or to also go back into your lesson plans from last year and grab different things that you've done for different units and different lessons and put them into your lesson plans for this year. So let's go ahead and look into my lesson plans. So once we get in here, you'll see that it shows me a week's view. So I can see my whole week laid out here. I can also choose to see a day at a time, a week. I can also choose a month and then a unit timeline. So no matter what I choose, that is going to be how I see my lesson plans laid out. I always like going into the week view because I like to plan out my week a week at a time. On Fridays, I plan out my lesson plans for the next week. So it's really good for me to see it all laid out in order. If I go up here to collapse class, you guys can see all of the different subject areas that I teach and that I've added to my lesson plan for the day. And that's all there. I can go in and expand any lesson that I want. And I can also go in and move these lesson plans around. Let's say that I want to actually do this lesson tomorrow or the following day on Wednesday. I can go here to bump, and this will go ahead and move my lesson plans and shift them all over to the next day. So say I didn't get to that lesson for Tuesday, I can bump it over to Wednesday and keep everything else in order and in line. So super a lot of features that are really good, and it's all modular, so you can just kind of move certain things in certain classes around. Let's say I'm going to have an earlier ELA class. I can go ahead and move this up and around into different times of the day. So again, you can customize it and move things around as you need. What I think is really cool is that for the Common Core or Common Curriculum Pro version, you have the options for standard tracker. So if I go here and I clicked on standards tracker on the top, And let's say I want to look at my ELA lessons and I want to look at my math lessons. I can just go ahead and click those and then go ahead and say select standard sets. And then I can see here how many times I've used any of the standards within my lessons. So this is a brand new plan book that I just made, so you're not going to see a lot of them. But as you can see here for under print concepts, I've used the standard RFK1B in 10 lessons. I've used this RFK1C in 5 lessons, and you can see it broken down like this on the right. So say that your goal was to use a certain standard throughout the year. You can see how many times you've used it, and you can also see on what days that you've used it and where you've used it. So it's really cool to track your standards, and this is a good feature to show your principals and administration what you're doing and how you're incorporating those standards within your lesson plans. So let's go back. The next thing I want to show you guys is the unit timeline. So I'm going to actually do that with creating a new plan book with you so I can show you how to set that up. I think that's really cool when you're doing backwards planning to plan out a unit and then to plan your individual lessons as a result. So when you come to your homepage, you can just click here to create a plan book. And we want to create a new plan book. You'll see a little screen pop up on the right where you can name your plan book. So let's just say tutorial plan book. And then you can also choose what school year it's for. And if you are at a charter school or a high school or something like that, you might want to choose a rotating cycle with the AB schedule, or you can choose from a weekly schedule. That's the one I'm going to click, and I'm going to go to create my plan book. When I do that, it's going to walk me through creating my plan book. So I'm just going to click next. And here you get to add your classes that you teach for the day. So let's say I'm going to do a morning meeting. Then I want to do ELA. I want to do small groups. And let's say science. And then math. Okay, so let's just say those are the subjects that I'm going through for the day and that I want to plan for. I can also change the colors of the little modules that I have that will pop up. So I can just go ahead and click here and change out the color that I want so that they all have their own specific color. I can go to next. And from here, I'm going to create my schedule. So let's say that I have all of these classes every day except for Friday. I won't have math because I have art instead. So I'm going to turn off math with this little toggle button. And then I'm going to add a note card that says art from 12 to 1 instead. Okay, I can also go ahead and add in specials classes that they might have. So I can put computers, 7:50 to 8:50, and I can go ahead and move this around by dragging it to where it would go throughout the day. I can also add in a note card for lunch. Let's say lunch is from 11 to 11:30, and then I can drag that in my day to where my lunch period would be. So I can go ahead and customize my plan from here, turn my days and my subjects on and off. What is really cool for specials right now, since everything is virtual, you can go ahead and highlight my computer's note that I put in, and then I can go down here to the link button and then add in the URL for their Zoom or their Google Meet link. So I can always go back and access their meeting session, and I can go hop in, and I can also easily find the link to share to parents. So that's really cool. I can, again, do that for all of my classes, add as many notes as I want, as well as many classes as I want throughout the day. So let's go to next. From here, you're going to choose a template. So there's so many different options for templates. You have these short and sweet templates they're very basic. If you click here, you can see the overachiever templates. So they have like the I do, we do, you do templates, and then even more detailed I do, you do, we templates here at the end. They have the 5 E's where you are focusing on engage, explore, explain, extend, and evaluate. If you go to specialty templates, there's even more. You can have morning meetings, small groups, intervention groups. So there's tons of options. Let's just go with the basic template. So once I choose my template, it's going to go ahead and populate within all of my classes. Let's say that I want a specific template for my small groups. So I can go here and go to change, and I can choose from gallery or create my own. I personally create my own templates because there's just a lot of different things I want to add into them. But we can go to specialty templates and then choose that small group template instead. So you can go through and customize what templates you want and where you want them. So once I'm done and I'm happy with all the templates that I'm using for all of the different classes, I can go to next, and then it's going to ask me to start planning. So I've then set up my plan book, and you can see all the templates, my specials, classes that I've added in, and everything like that. So again, you guys can go through, add in your lessons. You can make this as detailed as you want. You can go and change the color of all of these different subtopics by clicking on the paint view here. You can add comments. So say that you are done with your morning meeting lesson and you want to be reflective. Something did not work, something you need, that you have something that you want to change for your next lesson. If you go here to this add comment button, you can say, make sure to change blah, blah, blah for next time and add that comment. So now that's here when you look back into your lesson plans and you can see what you need to change or what you need to move forward doing. So let's say you are teaching math and all of your students understood your math lesson and you need to move forward three units or whatever it might be. You can go ahead and just put that in a comment so that you know. And this is going to be great for your PDP goals and whatnot that you need to submit for your school. You can add any type of links or files to any of these different areas within your lesson plan. So you can link in things from your Google Drive. You can link in PDF documents or upload different files that you have, add URLs or pictures and things like that. If you were looking at my plan book, you saw a picture of my Seesaw Daily Journal. That's linked to go straight to my journal to check for my students for the day. So you can link tons of things. You can also highlight any of your text and create a live link out of that here. You have the text feature options to bold, italicize, underline, and strike through your words. You can create bulleted lists and numbered lists. So there's tons of things to make this just super clean and organized for you throughout the day. Let's go to the unit timeline that I was mentioning before. So the unit timeline is going to be a pro feature. And like I said, there is the promotional code that's going to give you pro for free for 60 days in the description box below. So make sure to check that out so you have access to these features. But let's say that I would like backwards planning, or I like to plan by unit. So I can go to the unit timeline and I can say for ELA, I'm going to add a unit. So let's say that my unit is going to start on October 1st, and I can drag it and say it's going to stop on October 16th. And then I want to click here and give my unit a title. So let's just say this unit is going to be for plant and animal needs. And I can go ahead and give it a color. And let's say actually I want to keep extending that unit even further, I can continue to go in and drag that unit for another week. And now I have my unit planned out. This is going to immediately attach all the lessons for ELA that I have for that day within my unit. So that's really nice because you can go ahead and see all of the units that are attached. I mean, all of the lessons that are attached to that unit and look that way. You can click here and go to show full unit in the sidebar. And you can go to the standards tab here. And you can say for this standard or for this unit, I'm going to be working on ELA standards for whatever it might be. Okay, so let's go to ELA for kindergarten. And let's just go ahead and pretend like I am doing all of these different standards. Okay, for the whole unit, these are our focuses. And then once I click all the standards that I want to go ahead and meet from the unit, I can go to close and return to lesson. And all of these standards will go ahead and show up here within my unit. So let's go ahead and actually drag this unit back so you guys can see it when I open up. Okay, so let's go to my week tab here. And if I did it right, yep, you'll see that my unit pops up in my ELA. So I can click here and look at my unit comments and notes. I only put standards in, but you guys can go in and add these cards where you're like, hey, I need to do assessments for these 3 areas. And I need to assess them on key details for and plant needs and animal needs. Okay, so you can drag over what you need. Let's say for this day, for plant and animal needs, I want to focus on this standard. So I can go to copy and paste that standard right into my lesson for that day. So this is what I'm talking about with backwards planning. I planned out all of the standards that I want to meet, and now I'm going to go through my daily lessons and insert them in. So I can go ahead and continue to do that and take from my initial list, or you can just do one day at a time. So there's those different options, and you can look at your unit side by side with your day and see how you're meeting those objectives for that specific unit. So that's a really cool feature that you get within Common Curriculum Pro. You have standards view, and you can input your standards in the free version as well. You just won't be able to track those standards or see them in a unit timeline. But there's still really great features for the free version. One feature that is also really cool is this up here where it says sharing in class website. So if you go here, you can enable or create a class website where you can embed this on your Google Classroom, on your school Google site website, on whatever platform you're using. You can go ahead and share the URL. And you can choose which parts of your day you want to showcase on your website. So let's go back to my lesson plan, and I'm going to create a class that is just called homework. So if I go here to settings, I can go back and edit my class, and I can add another class. So I can label this one homework, and I can go to my template and go to choose template for homework. I'm going to go ahead and choose from the gallery. And again, I'll just choose a basic one. When I go in there, I can go to edit. And then I want to say that everything here on my homework template, I want to be shown on my classroom website. So I can go and click on this little earth that says show on class website. And so now everything that I add into my homework plan will go ahead and show on my website. I can also do that here on my week page where I can go in and say that I want this homework here to show. So I can click on the globe for individual days. Or again, I can go into my template and just say that I always want this area to be shown on my website. So let's go back to sharing on class website. And now I can go select that I want homework to be shared every single time. Okay, so once I'm done and I have the different areas I want shared, I can go to create a class website. And here is all of the information to get there. Okay, I can copy the URL, I can embed it, and I can visit that website. So once we visit it, you can see I don't have any information in there because I just made it, but you can see either a day view or a week view of the website. So I can show my students all of the homework that we had planned out, and I can also go in on my homeworks tab and link in different PDF files that I want them to access for their homework, or links and things like that that will take them to their homework. So I just thought that was a really cool feature for CC Pro that you guys can utilize. Other features that you can do are these search for lessons. So let's say that I really want to find a lesson that I created that has to do with needs. So I can go ahead and search my entire lesson that I've made from, I can say from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. And I want to search for where I went and taught for any type of needs. So I can go ahead and type that in, and then it will show up when and where I taught these needs. What this says, it was an ELA on August 27th all the way through September 25th. So now it's showing me where I taught these lessons, and then I can click and pull up those lessons here. Okay, so there's so many cool features that you guys can use. If you go back to your lesson plans, you can customize this even further. If you go to settings, you can add days that you are off of school. So you can go ahead and put like your fall break, your winter breaks, your Labor Day holidays, and everything like that. And it will automatically turn your classes off. So once your class is off, it looks like this. No class. And you can just say, pretend this is fall break. I know fall break is not in September. And then you can make a note. Say, no class today. And create. And then it will turn my classes off for that entire day. So again, you can plan that out for the whole year. You can always go back in and adjust your class order. So say you started teaching math in the morning instead of ELA, you can go and swap that. You can change your templates. And what's really cool is this change your background feature. So there's so many different options you can choose from. I can choose palm trees. If I'm in the mood, I can just choose colors, and it changes the background of my entire plan book. So that is a cool feature to kind of just go along with your mood. And one of the features that I really liked is that you can go in and print out your lesson plans. You can do your whole month at a time, week at a time, a day at a time. So I'm going to show you guys the ways to do each of those. So let's start with the day. I can go here to these three dots, and I can go to print or download, and I can go ahead and print that day's lesson plans. So let me show you what that looks like. It's going to go ahead and open up a new tab for you, and it will generate your lesson plans for the day. You can change the different size of your fonts, what lessons or what different parts of your day that you want to print. You can turn off. Let's say I don't want to print my small groups lesson plans. I can go ahead and remove that. So this is great when you have a sub and you can just print them that lesson plan for the day. You can also go back and print for the week. So let's see, for the week menu, if I click here, I can go to print or download, and then I'll have it printed for the week. I can also share the link for the week. and I can share the link for the day. If I click here again, share link, I can also go to my month view. And once my month view pops up, I can go to the month menu and share the link or print and download again. So all of these features are super cool. Again, I use this for my sub plans and my emergency sub plans where I share this URL with my our school secretary just in case of an emergency. And then when I have regular subs that come in that I have planned for, I just go ahead and print out the entire day for them. And it's all there organized with times and comments and notes and everything that they would need all in one place. If you go to the sharing in class website, you guys can add collaborators to your site. So I am super close with my grade level team and we share our lesson plans with each other. So this is just a really good way to see what everyone is doing in their own classroom and collaborate with each other. So if you go to this collaborate with an individual, you can go ahead and invite somebody to your lesson plans. And you can also do the same where you can see theirs. I know Common Curriculum has a school version where you administration can set up grade level plan books with templates, and you can group your staff by grade. So that's a really cool feature. But all throughout Common Curriculum, there's so many cool features that just make virtual learning so much easier. There's so many different options that you can use to make things customizable, to keep yourself organized, and to have this accessible no matter where you are. So again, I use this on my phone, on my computer, I print it, I use it on the internet, I create my QR codes for my anyone who comes into my classroom to see what I'm doing automatically. There's tons of options. So I'm sure I didn't even highlight everything that Common Curriculum has because there's just so much. So I really encourage you to play around with it and see what you can do. I'm going to go back to my lesson plan so you guys can just take one last look at what a finalized lesson plan looks like. So I'm going to just scroll through really quickly. And again, these aren't complete because these are for next week and I haven't written them all out. But this is kind of just my template. I have my IEP notes and accommodations, my objectives, all of my links. Even my brain breaks are within here. I have all of my different links that I need. I have pictures that are linked, and everything is just integrated into these lesson plans, and it makes my life so much easier. So if you have any questions about Common Curriculum, how to use it, what you can do with it, please leave a comment in the comment box below. Again, I'm going to go ahead and link that promotional code in the description box. So take a look there. You'll get 60 days free of Common Curriculum for the first 5,000 people who press on the link. When you do click on the link, you need to make sure that you're not signed into your Common Curriculum before you click on the link, because then it will not go ahead and put this promotional code into your account if you already have one. So click on the link first and then sign into your account. Okay. If you're brand new, click on the link and then go ahead and make your account. Again, that promotional code is going to be going on until December 20th. And it's again for the first 5,000 people who click on the link. So go ahead and take advantage of those first 60 days. You can play around with all of the pro features and it's well worth it. Common Curriculum, if you do want to buy it for the year, it is free for many of the different basic features. If you want that pro feature with the standards tracking and unit planning, then it's $4.89 a month, and even you can go through your schools. If you do want to buy it and you don't want to use your own money, I encourage you to use a Donors Choose account to have this funded for you. So there's tons of options. If you do need help making a DonorsChoose account, I have a video on how to get started with that. And it's just donations that will help you fund anything that you need for your classroom. So it's really fun, really cool to get things funded that you'll need for school. Again, check out that description box for the link, and like and subscribe to my channel below. And I hope that you stay tuned for my very next video. Thank you all for watching.